Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Bibi Fuentes. I'm a textile artist and I make videos on how to make rugs. I know there isn't a whole lot of information out there on how to make rugs, and it is a trending hobby to do right now. So I thought I'd come on here and share as much information as I can about everything that I know. So today I'm making a video on all the materials that are needed to make a rug. Or I should say all the materials that I use to make my rugs. Definitely two different groups here. There are the much needed materials, and then there's the materials that kind of just make your life a little bit easier and help shave off some time. So to start off, you definitely need a tufting machine. So here I have a cut pile machine, and I also have a loop pile machine. So if you want to see a video on the differences of those, I can definitely do that. I will say the cut pile is my favorite, and it's the one that I use on majority of my rugs. Also, I get all my machines from tufttheworld.com. Another necessity will be tufting cloths. So these are the two different colors that you will commonly see, the gray tufting cloth and then the white one. There really isn't a difference in either. It's just a color preference. Now I will say, you know, depending where you get it from, the quality will be different, but I do buy it from tufttheworld.com and it is really great quality. A lot of times the white one will be sold out, but I just go for the gray one, and it's honestly the same thing. So other than tufting cloth, you will need some sort of backing, and I use felt for my backing. This is a small piece, so I do buy it in like yards. The felt backing is what I use to finish off my rugs. I know there's, you know, definitely a lot of other materials that you can use for a backing. Another necessity will be some sort of carpet adhesive. So I use this Roberts 3095, and I use any plastic spatula that you can find. There are definitely other options that you can use for the carpet adhesive. This is just what has worked great for me. This little guy. It's honestly just a little piece of metal, and it's really important because this is what helps me thread the yarn through the machine. Since the yarn is thick and the hole in the machine is small, this kind of helps push that through. I also use a Sharpie so I can draw my designs on my cloth. And if you go over here, this is the frame that I have. It is 36 by 36, so that is the biggest rug that I can make on this frame. I also have a 6 foot by 6 foot one, but here's where I make my smaller one. So you do want to make sure that it has the two poles, because you're going to need a cone on each pole, and these guys up here, and you thread the yarn through those. And again, if you want to see how I, you know, set up my process to start a rug and how I thread everything, you can leave that in the comments and I'll make a video on that. So here I have my monk's cloth ready to go. My frame has spikes all around, and that's what helps keep the cloth nice and tight. I also did buy this little shelf. It has wheels on it and brakes as well. And I bought these guys from Home Depot, and it helps keep my frame nice and secure because you want it to be nice and stiff. I know a lot of people do it on the floor. I imagine that works pretty well too, but I really like this and I like to stand it. Of course, you will also need yarn. I often get it from Joann's and Michael's. So I do have 4 different types of scissors that I use, but when I first started off, I kind of just used one. And then as I progressed, I started to add in other ones for different purposes. Like this fancy guy kind of helps with my wrist, so it's not as painful when it's just a flat scissor. And then the last necessity I would say would be this oil, so you can oil up your machine so it can last you a long time. It's really crucial when dealing with this kind of mechanical machine to keep it nice and oiled up. So that's all as far as necessities. So now the things that kind of just help make the process a little bit easier would be like my curved scissors. I have these other snippers also help me. I bought these trimmers. This one is a grass one, and here's a hair clipper one. Still trying to decide which one I like more of the two. Next, some rulers. especially this Elsewhere one really helps me do some even rugs. And then I love this one because it's already separated 2 inches, so I do a lot of checkered design, so that really helps do that really even. So another thing would be a hot glue gun and hot glue gun sticks. So when I first started off, I didn't use these to finish the edges, but now I do, and I feel like it has like a better, a clean finish to it. But like I said, I didn't at first. Maybe some colorful Sharpies. I like to kind of help myself visualize where I'm gonna tuft with what color, so that kind of helps. I have a whole box full of colorful Sharpies, so that helps. Another necessity will be cones. So these are less than $1 on tufttheworld.com, and I have like over 20 of them because I constantly have to fill these up with yarn. So if you're buying yarn like this, you're gonna need a cone, unless you're already buying yarn that's already, you know, on a cone. The last thing that I would say, the last thing and like the best thing that I purchased that really just helped take off my designs was this Amazon projector. It was around $100, and it was a great investment because now customers can send me the exact design that they want, and I can just pop it on the projector. I also got this adapter so that way I can connect it directly to my iPad, and now I can do any design. When I'm cleaning my machine, I don't have a fancy brush, but I realized that this, it's like a mascara spoolie. It actually works really good. You can see all the cotton that's stuck in there, all the little pieces of lint. It works really good. So this is kind of what I use to go in there and clean my machines. And you'll also need a mask because the glue could be pretty harsh. So honestly, that's it. That's all the materials. I know I went a little bit fast, so if you need links to anything, or if you want me to go in depth with something that you saw with one of the materials, I definitely will. Just go ahead and comment down below and let me know what your thoughts. If you have questions on whether you should invest in this business, or if you have any hesitations, go ahead. Feel free to contact me. We can talk about it. I was hesitant too, and it was a great choice. I have a lot of fun doing this. It is a lot of work, but it definitely pays off once you finish that rug and it's inside someone's home. It's really great. So that's all, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any other questions or want me to make any other videos, go ahead and comment below or send me a DM on Instagram.